and good morning, everybody. But Anurag, before I come to what in a crisis situation one has to do and we have to do, I'll recall about our past also. Should we forget in the present doom and gloom all the strengths which were there and some of those which were highly important? Are they not relevant today or will they not continue to remain relevant now? For example, let me recall my own. I am neither an academic nor one of those who could be called economic thinkers. I am a simple, straightforward construction manager and want to achieve something. I'd always wanted to achieve something with the objective of perfection. So when we started not only NTPC, but even earlier projects in BHEL, Jhansi factory did that, on Reliance projects, some of the big ones. The success depended on what is our systems approach, what was our project management like, projects costing tens of thousands of crores and duration of 3, 4, 5 years got completed without any cost or time overrun, which could be very costly, 10, 12%, 13% per year escalation in a large project. You can imagine how much is the national loss to the country, which is still happening. But wherever it was done, those things will continue to remain valid. Quality management, excellence in organization, be in HR or finance or engineering, they will continue to remain valid. And as I said, in this present state of affairs, we should not forget that they will continue to be valid. Yes, I agree with everybody, and that is a unanimous view all over the world probably, that we are in for major changes in organizational transformation in many respects. And in that regard, my emphasis is on what is going to be the new normal, and for that new normal, should we start planning now? Should we waste the present crisis period in talking and not planning? Our present most important objective has to be for the leadership particularly, to initiate exercises irrespective of enterprises. It may be early to spell exactly what sort of changes are called for or what will happen. It will vary from sector to sector. It will vary from organization to organization. But changes will take place. Before coming that specifically, let me say a few words where I left.
Sure. Yes.
After talking about the present strength, which will continue to remain valid, I was saying that I am confident that this crisis will be overcome. But it will call for changes in approach, in certain organizational transformation, etc. And in that context, I'll make few bullet points. First and foremost is the change in the leadership. Leadership itself, to my mind, and I'm talking specifically of the corporate leaders, It has to reinvent itself. It has to innovate itself. Innovation is not for innovating other things, but innovating from within. That has to be the starting point. That has been one of our weaknesses in many of our organizations, even now. Secondly, don't waste any time. Do it now. The crisis is offering an opportunity, and this time should not be lost. Before the crisis, pandemic crisis is overcome, we should be having plans as to what, in what form we are going to manage things. There is a lot of talk, but I'm not sure how many organizations and their leaders have started planning for that. And choosing their teammates and forming teams to plan for various aspects.
You said 2 points.
The next bullet point is challenge the conventional wisdom and see that new strategy is not a present to the present culture. It should not remain a prisoner of the present culture, which I'm talking about, are not for image makeover. They have to be fundamental. And one of the most important area in the corporate side, which would require changes, to my mind, will be the management of human resources. That is what would answer probably the question you were asking about.
Stubborn. People on your team were stubborn.
First is your own human resource management, their attitude, their involvement, their future understanding of shape of things. That has to be clear, and then we'll be able to face the whole thing. Anurag, let me start with a little earlier question which you asked some people about motivation. And my view has always been that you will automatically get motivated if you have a commitment. Two people have genuine commitment or for the sake of presenting their own self. That is the starting point for a leadership. Dr. Vachar, you have got to involve people. You have got to consider yourself as one of the members of the team, as a leader. And then people come out with good ideas. I'll tell you a story. It was probably in 1978 or something, when suddenly government decided to transfer the management of Badarpur Power Station, which was the sickest power station in the country at that time. The management was transferred overnight to NTPC. To begin with, I was very unhappy because I was already engaged with the construction side of many projects. But anyway, when I went there on the first day, there were demonstrations, this, that. I asked the general manager that I would like to meet about 25, 30 people from various levels, one-to-one. And on second day, a person who was one of the lowest paid artisans, he was with me. To begin with, considering his position, he was a little hesitant to talk. So I made him speak. I said, दोस्त की तरह बात करो ना, खुल के बात करो, क्या प्रॉब्लम क्या है इस जगह पे है? You know what he told me? He said, साहब, क्या बात बड़ी बड़ी बातें जारी करता है? आप मेरे साथ चलिए टर्बाइन हाउस का जो टॉयलेट है जहां हमको जाना पड़ता है, मैं गारंटी करता हूं कि आप उसमें नहीं घुसेंगे तो वापस आ जाएंगे. I went with him alone to see that place. And he was right. It was so dirty. So that made me think that when we formed the team to restructure the whole organization, whole power station and systems and areas, what we told our team was that please list out everything which requires changes. If lighting is poor in one of the department office area, that should also be there. Don't concentrate only on this turbine requires such and such part costing 2,000 rupees, this, that, etc. And we mentioned this story of toilet to team members that please, I would like to see the
Clean toilets.
not only clean toilets, in your plan for overall of the place, that as a specific item, similar item should be there. And will you believe that by involving of all these people, within 1 year, the efficiency of power station went from 31% to 58%. And after 2-3 years, Badarpur has been declared one of the best stations in the country. And all that was done by these people because they got motivated. They got that they were part of the team.
Valued. They were part of it.
The
They were valued. They were taken seriously.
They could sit with the chairman and talk freely about their problems. And that, I mean, in the present situation, the compassion which is required, we have talked about compassion. I mean, I am reminded of a Urdu couplet by a famous, very leading Urdu poet, Hali. He said, यही है इबादत, यही है दीनो ईमान, यही है इबादत, यही है दीनो ईमान, के काम आए दुनिया में इंसान को इंसान.
क्या बात. It's a time for people to be leaders, to be human centric, people centric. That's the message.
And
be able to
the
be
way
helpful
people,
to them.
I mean, the way people, your workers, your colleagues, everybody responds is remarkable. That has been my most important experience in life. I am not the one who should be doing predictions, but I would suggest a requirement. And my experience has been that this nation will change if every one of us becomes a project manager, a good project manager. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. First of all, on a national scale, you'll be surprised to know many people are not aware. And I'm quoting government statistics. Every year in the central projects, cost overrun is of the order of 2 to 3 lakh crores. And I'm not including state levels. So all over the country, probably every year there is a loss of 10 lakh crores. If that is saved, imagine what will be the shape of this country and economy.
That can be put into better healthcare infrastructure.
In many things. And that is all which can be changed. And when I said everyone should be a good project manager, I'll tell you another extreme story. You will come across 2 neighbors in one, and they happen to be same size of the family, same size of house, same income, same resources. But in one house you enter, everything is spick and span. Children are well clad, well behaved, very polite. In the other house you go, there is utter confusion, dirty, everything, there's utter mess, total mess. Why? One housewife happens to be a good project manager, the other is not.
Fantastic.
That's much, I mean, how much it can transform our life. to be if we are systematic people.